Hi, so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to solve this problem. And this basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be determining a course to steer or a course made good in the presence of leeway, okay? So I'm going to do this in four sort of broad steps. The first step is going to be I'm going to decide if I'm compensating or if I'm not compensating. Okay? And I'm going to determine that by the context of the question. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my diagram. And there are a few steps to that. I'm going to start with a circle. I'm going to indicate my, my general course. And then after I do that, I'm going to draw a line, draw my wind vector. Okay? And then I'm going to determine my the wind effect. And the wind effect is going to be based on whether I'm compensating or not compensating. And then three, from the diagram, I'll determine my determine if I'm going to add or subtract. Okay? And then the last step is I'm going to run get TVMDC. Okay, so get TVMDC is going to end up over here. Okay, so anyway, let's start off with the very first thing. Am I compensating or not compensating? So you desire to make good a true course. Oh, I want to make a course and I have leeway. Okay, what course should I steer to make the true course good? Okay, make the true course good. You desire to make, what that means is that I'm going to be compensating for the leeway. Okay, I'm not going to let the leeway just shove me where any willy-nilly. I'm going to compensate for it so I can actually track on a course. So now I need my circle. Okay, so here comes my circle. And what the first thing I'm going to do is I drew my circle. Now I'm going to put my general course, 038. Now you don't have to be anal about this, but you want to draw it fairly close. So this is northeast 045, so 038 would be about right there. So I'm going to draw a line like this, okay? And that is 038. Okay, now this variation stuff, we'll deal with that in a minute, but I have 4 degrees of leeway. So now I'm either going to be adding or subtracting 4. I'm not sure yet. This diagram is going to tell me what I'm going to do. So I'm compensating. Okay, great. So I got my circle, I got my general course, now my wind vector. Okay, so my wind is southeasterly. So, I can fly it out of there. So here is southeast, so the wind is doing something like this. Okay, now I am compensating. The wind, if left to its own effect, is going to shove me over there. But I want to make 038, which means I am going to steer like this. Okay, and that little short curvy line is what I'm going to do. That is the wind effect. Essentially, this is the wind vector, and this is the effect of the wind is I'm going to steer towards it. Okay, so when you compensate, you steer towards the wind. If you're not compensating, you put that little arrow away from the wind. So now that's telling me, well, I'm going to end up over here. So I'm going to add. So that becomes 042. Okay? So I apply the leeway ahead of time so I can't forget to do it later on. Next, I'm going to do this. Get TVMDC. So you desire to make course 038 true. So there was a 038 true. With the leeway at 042, where am I going to put that? True. True. Okay? And what course per the standard magnetic compass should I steer to make that true? So really, I want this as my answer. Okay? So what is my variation? That's 5 east. What's my deviation? That's 4 west. Okay, so now I got to run this thing in this direction. So I can subtract 5 and then add 4, and that'll give me, you know, if I did that, subtract that, that'd give me 037, and then if I add 4, that's going to be 041, and that's the answer. Another way I could do this is I could determine the combined compass error. Okay, and that's the sum of variation and deviation. 5 east, 4 west is 1 east. What I can do is 042, 1 east, I can just jump right to 041. So it's the same answer, 2 different ways of doing it. Apply the compass error or apply the variation and deviation separately. And that's how you do that problem.